We've got a first look today at Verizon's new flagship 5G mobile hotspot, the Inseego MiFi X Pro 5G UW. What makes it special and is it worth upgrading to? We've got the details. Hi, I'm Chris with the Mobile Internet Resource Center, here to give you a first hands-on look at Verizon's latest 5G hotspot. This is from Inseego. It is called the ungainly named MiFi X Pro 5G UW, and that UW stands for ultra wideband because it supports Verizon's ultra wideband network. This is a follow-on to the older Verizon 5G hotspot from Inseego. This was the model M3100, and the new one is the M3100. And at first glance, they look pretty similar form factors. The new one's just slightly bigger, chunkier, heavier, but basically the same. But slightly more polished design in the new one. But the big thing that makes this exciting for us, there's actually two big things. One is the modem inside of it. This is Verizon's first with the Qualcomm x65 modem, so the latest and greatest 5G modem. It's actually the same modem that is included in the new iPhone 14 and the latest Samsung flagships and such. So high-end 5G modem chipset. And even more exciting for us mobile nomads who really want to do more with these hotspot connections is this right here, an Ethernet port. So not only can you create a Wi-Fi hotspot and get online with Wi-Fi, you can get online with USB tethering, but now for the first time in this range of Inseego hotspots, there's an Ethernet port, so you can much more easily share the connection with a router or some other more capable Wi-Fi sharing device. So we're excited to see the Ethernet port on this. That's our favorite new feature. Missing, of course, is there are no antenna ports. Another thing we look for on hotspots is antenna ports. None. But we're not expecting to see a lot of antenna ports on 5G hotspots going forward because 5G really thrives on having 4 antennas, and it's kind of hard to fit 4 antenna ports like they used to fit 2 back in of the 4G LTE day. They'd have that little antenna ports. Harder to do that in the 5G era. So not too surprised not to see antenna ports on this. So that's kind of the exciting bits on the hardware front. The key question we're going to get is, Verizon is still selling the prior model, the M2100. Verizon's also selling the Orbic 5G, another 5G hotspot. So they've got quite a collection of 5G hotspots. They're all there. Is this the one to get now? Or are the older ones there? Should you consider upgrading? And, Verizon's also still selling their old flagship LTE hotspot. This is the 8800. It is $199. The Orbic 5G, $299. The old M2100, $399. Or the 3100, the new one, $349. That makes this kind of the smart, sweet thing to go for. M2100 costs more and has less cellular capabilities. And the important thing is it is lacking in Verizon's Band 77 support. This is the Verizon C-band where so much of Verizon's fast 5G is rolling out. This one, their most expensive 5G hotspot, does not connect to that. This one, cheaper, newer, more advanced, does. So if you've got the M2100 or are considering it, time to upgrade. Think about this one. The Orbic 5G does have that Band 77 support, and it is cheaper, but it is a more, one generation out of date as far as cellular modem. So probably not worth jumping in to upgrade from the Orbic to this. But if you're shopping new, this is probably the more future-proof one. So the M3100 probably comes out ahead of the Orbic. Now, we've just gotten our hands on this just a couple days ago, and we're starting to do some hands-on testing. We'll be actually doing some performance testing for our members, comparing the whole range of Verizon 5G hotspots to see if we can actually observe some of these differences, or whether some of the actual modem differences will only matter in time as Verizon's network evolves. And we're also just going to have some fun by comparing with the older 4G hotspots like the 8800, which is still around, and then some of these older hotspots that go back an entire decade, just to show they're all 4G devices, but just how much cellular performance has evolved. So same data plan, same towers, different devices. How much difference does more modern modems actually make? How much more extra performance can it pull out of the network? So we're going to be doing some comparative testing across the entire history of Verizon hotspots that we'll be sharing with our mobile internet aficionado members over in the MIA forums at the Mobile Internet Resource Center. So we're excited to be taking a deeper dive into this new Verizon hotspot. It is a pretty exciting product. We're excited to see what also comes from Inseego, because we've seen they filed with the FCC for kind of a generic international version that has 5G band support for beyond just Verizon's bands, but for T-Mobile, AT&T, and Dish Network as well. So at some point later this year, or maybe early next year, we'll probably see a more generic, optimized for all carriers version of this as well. So we're keeping an eye on this, and we'll see what comes of it. So follow along with our testing if you are an MIA member, and if you're not, we welcome you to come join us and go deeper.
These videos are brought to you by our premium members, our mobile internet aficionados. They make it possible for us to track this news and create these videos. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe to our channel, or better yet, consider becoming a member yourself.